Moment of silence for the champions, for those who make going hard a lifestyle. Never wait for nothing, gotta get it right now. I'm in the spotlight when they turn the lights down. Only a champ swing the hardest in the 12th round. I love the fourth quarter, I love the ninth inning, I love game 7. Bring on the competition, cause in my heart can't nobody do it better. Can't slow me down, won't stop me never. I'm so Cassius Clay, I'm Tyson in the prime.
You know me, man. I'm Barry Bonds with Mines. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Pressure Podcast. It's a Thursday night edition. Top 10 Thursday, motherfucker. Let's go.
Give me a hell yeah!
Coming to you on a day where the Seattle Seahawks reign supreme in the NFC, even though their quarterback played absolutely atrocious and looks like the worst quarterback in the entire playoffs. But we're also coming to you on a day where fantasy football, it's reaching its apex. We are in what is called the conference championships. Out of my 3 leagues, I'm in 2 playoff series left. I got eliminated on my cousin's league because he just has too many good players. He has JSN and Amon Ra, and he has
Trey McBride.
Not Trey McBride, the dude. What's his
Trey
name?
McBride is the best tight end this year.
What's it called? Pickens.
Now you on Pickens?
Oh, he doesn't. I thought he had
Now
Pickens.
Pickens is Ed's.
Oh, okay. I thought he also had Pickens, but he has another wide receiver. He has 3 good wide
He
receivers.
really has a bunch. It's a really good team. Period. Like the whole
Not
team.
really, because his quarterback and running backs are ass. Well, not ass, but they're average.
But Dak is good fantasy quarterback.
He's average. He's not that good. He's not one of the top 5. He's not
No, but
like
I'm
Drake
saying
May.
he can have some days like that where he has.
A lot of quarterbacks
better
can,
than
but
us.
that ain't nothing. He has
It's
average
not a
quarterback.
consistent, but
He has average quarterback play. He has average running back play. It's his wide receivers that gives him a jump.
nah, his running back been good this year though. Javonte Williams, he's had over 1,000 yards this year. So
Yeah, but so has Derrick Henry, and
he's
he ain't
been really good.
That ain't all that to me. Today is Thursday, Top 10 Thursday. Today's where we're gonna establish what we learned throughout 15 weeks. So today's the 16th week. Getting ready for the weekend, and using what we established today, we will make our predictions on Saturday. Where I am an impressive. What was this tally again? 118 versus the 59. 118 versus 59 against the spread. Let's fucking go.
That's awesome.
Yes, so today we'll do the NFL tiers, give you where everybody ranks, and then also give you the power rankings. Then we're going to give you 2 random top 10. So then we got top 10 random favorite foods, thanks to Denali. And then we're going to switch it to the NBA, where we have the NBA tiers and the power rankings. And then we're also going to give you top 10 favorite roles from our favorite actors, all right?
Absolutely.
So let's get to it. Without further ado, we are coming to you live from our studio in Orlando, Florida. It's your boy King Cope.
Fatality.
We are rated M for millennials, motherfucker.
Finish him.
Today's Top 10 Thursday, and we're going to recap Thursday Night Football. Where this is why we're a little late, because the game went to overtime, and the Rams, who had a 15-point lead, have only lost 1 out of 200 and something games. Meanwhile, the Seahawks were down 15 and have never won in 176 tries. They were 0-176 until today.
This is the most touchdowns Sam Darnold's ever thrown against the Rams, by the way, which is 2.
Yes, so the Hollywood Rams were the cream of the crop in the NFC. Matthew Stafford was the MVP favorite.
Nah, he still is.
No, not to me. It's Drake May now. I think that, you know what I'm saying, the Rams and the Seahawks are evenly matched. I think that one has a better offense than the other one, and I think the other one has a better defense than the other one. Obviously, the scoreboard ain't going to show it.
Absolutely not.
But this is a divisional game, so they know how to play against each other by now, and it's good to see that Sam Darnold got this monkey off his back. He played like ass, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And he never lost his composure. He never wavered. His team never quit, and it wasn't until Rashid Shaheed took a punt return or a kick return for a touchdown that shit got changed. That's when you saw the juice come through into the building. And when they stopped Matthew Stafford on a 3-and-out, I said, wow, it is very possible for the fucking Seahawks to come back in this game and Sam Darnold played like ass. Sure enough, that's exactly what happened. My game notes is that all roads through the NFC go through the Seahawks now. You're going to have to go to Seattle at the moment. There's still 2 more weeks left after this one. But also that the Seahawks are a complete team. This was a complete team, a complete team game. But Sam Darnold cannot play like this in the playoff and expect to win very often. So he has to clean his act up. If you're gonna go 3-and-out a bunch of times and hope your defense can rescue the day, maybe it's the defense that has to do it. Then go ahead and do that. But you cannot turn the ball over. You cannot give them 2 interceptions to the likes of the Hollywood Rams. But what does it say about the Rams though?
It's bad. It's bad because it says that the Rams' defense is as bad as we thought it was. We just saw Walker, who hasn't done nothing in the whole year pretty much. He had over 100 yards on 11 attempts. Not to mention, he caught some passes too. I think that kind of opened them up a little bit more. Sam got into a rhythm because not so much that they were inconsistent, because I can't even say that the Rams' defense really let them down.
Well,
I can't blame the offense because I feel like the offense had 30 points.
yeah, but I'm not asking you who to blame. I'm asking you what do you make of this? Because it's not like the Rams were hot and then got cold, and the Seattle Seahawks, got the rhythm going. What it was is Seattle caught fire. The Rams didn't get the job done when they could, so they didn't have to go into overtime. What the Rams did is march right down the field and looks like they ripped Seattle's heart because nobody thought that Sam Darnold, the way he was playing the whole way, he's going to come back and save the day and tie the game, or at least go for a 2-point conversion, which they did.
That's literally what you wrote on the WhatsApp.
But he ended up doing it. He ended up going back and saying, you know what, fuck this shit, we're at home, we're in rhythm, we've got momentum, let's go. And when we go over there, we're going to go for 2. And that's exactly what they did. So
he's wide open. I'm talking about wide open.
You got Matthew Stafford doing his job. He went down the field, scored a touchdown, wide open. It was wide open for Puka Nacua. It was a double slant, and the second slant was the one that was more wide open. So it just gave him blocking lanes to just go straight for the touchdown. It looked like
I don't know what 39 was. I don't know what 39 was doing, by the way.
Yeah, but that just looked like it was the seal of the deal.
Yeah,
and no, it wasn't. So that tells me that the Rams are not going to win unless Matthew Stafford gets ball last, basically. Because I mean, obviously, nobody's gonna be able to hold the Rams to the way the Seahawks did, and nobody can just score on the Rams like the Seahawks can. Okay, not all people can do that.
Yeah.
But those that can, watch out, Rams, because you're not going to be at home this postseason. At the moment, you're going to be a wild card team.
And just to go back to another game, I believe it was against the Eagles. They were up big at halftime. Remember, the Eagles came back on them too, so they already kind of got history of doing this.
Well, all I know, I remember a game where the Rams were winning, and it seemed like everything was just, I mean, they were on the road. Just like you see the Seattle Seahawks. They were on the road. Until the Rashid Shaheed shit, you didn't hear the stadium, and that's one of the loudest stadiums in the league, right? Well, it reminds me of a game where a backup quarterback was just being atrocious, and there was nothing going on. The stadium was silent. Then a backup's backup came out of nowhere, and it was a backup that was very familiar to that stadium because he was our backup for 3 years in Tyler Huntley. It was against the LA Rams. We were down 17-0, and that was the first time that the defense got their act together because until that point, we were allowing 30, 40 points. It was, what's his name, Cooper Rush that started the game, and nothing.
They sat his ass down.
They sat his ass down for Tyler Huntley, and Tyler Huntley drove down the field, couldn't get the touchdown, but the stadium was just alive on that last drive, and everybody was wondering, why didn't he start the game? I didn't even know we had him in the fucking bench. Had we started that game, the same shit would have happened with the Seahawks. This is not the first time I've seen this happen. Okay, where the Rams look like they have everything under control.
Shield.
The crowd is quiet, and all of a sudden it slips away from them. All right, I seen it with Tyler Huntley. It didn't work because we played him way too late. This didn't happen today, and I'm just saying this is a common trend. Hopefully, it doesn't continue on to the playoffs, but it's just something to know.
Definitely something to know.
So team grade, I'm gonna give the Rams offense an A. I'm gonna give them an A plus, and I'm gonna give the defense an F. I'm gonna give the Seahawks offense an A plus, but I'm gonna give an A. But I'm gonna give their defense. No, I'm gonna give them a C. I'm gonna give Sam Darnold a B for recovering, just a solid B. And I'm going to give Matthew Stafford an A+. The reason I give the Seahawks defense a C is because it wasn't all their fault. Those 2 turnovers helped them because they scored on those 2.
That's true.
So I also have to give that credit to the defense. And they stopped the Rams when they needed to, especially after Rashid Shaheed, which allowed them to come back from 15 in the first place. So they did their job.
Yeah, it's just a little bit.
They didn't do the job in overtime, so that's why I give them a C.
Especially early in the game, because like earlier in the game, there was times where they got to the red zone and all they could get was 3 points. So that was you're right. I agree. My bad. I was gonna say F, but you're right. You're definitely right about that. I'm gonna give them a C. I give them a C, and then I'll give their offense an A plus. I'm gonna give Sam a C. He can't turn the ball over 2 times. Stafford, I give him an A. Somehow, some way, I don't want to blame you, but 29 for 49 is not bad at all. But maybe some of those, I'm being a little picky here, but maybe if you would have scored one more time in that red zone, this game's over. The offense, I give it an A plus, and the defense an F.
Yeah, that's an F all around. Good shit.
Give me a hell yeah!
So, as we said, Top 10 Thursdays, Week 16 and Week 9 of the NBA. So, we're going to start with the QFL because we were already talking Thursday Night Football, so we might as well continue with that trend before we switch on to basketball. All right, let's get to the tiers. So, where is it at right here? All right, so let's go to the NFL tiers for Week 16, baby. I got them separated between gold, silver, and bronze. These are outside the top 10, which are going to be included in the power rankings. We'll cover that later. In the tiers, I have labels for them. Normally it's Simps, Haters, and Wild Card. But now I have them separated into Simps and top 5 picks. So the bronze, as you see, these are guys that are eliminated. These guys don't matter, basically, okay? In the top 5 picks category, you're going to have the Cleveland Browns, the Titans, the Raiders, the Giants, and the Cardinals. Those are the top 5 picks coming into the NFL draft. Congratulations to you. Did a good job losing the right way. Somehow, some way, the New York Trash don't have a quarterback, have yet to learn how to find a quarterback, and shot themselves in the foot, and yet they're the one that had the better record than the New York Giants. Explain that to me, motherfucker. That's what I'm trying to say. They don't know how to lose the right way so they can get a quarterback. Whatever quarterback it's available now that might come out, they're not going to get to pick them because last time I checked, the Titans... not the Titans and the Giants are the only ones that are not going to for sure pick a quarterback. If Stefanski stays as head coach, you know Cleveland's picking a quarterback. You know that the Raiders are picking a quarterback, and you know the Cardinals will pick a quarterback. You have to go through those guys and pray that the Saints don't have a worse record than you in case they want to pick a quarterback. Not to mention that the Washington Redskins have the same record as you, so they might have an earlier pick than you, and so do the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't know who has the earliest pick. They all have the exact same record.
I think the earliest pick got to be Oakland.
No. I'm talking. Forget Oakland. I'm talking about from the Saints all the way down to the Bengals.
Okay. Yeah.
The Saints, the Jets, the Redskins, and the Bengals all have the same record. So I don't even know if they're going to be the number 6 pick or the number 9th pick behind the top 5 picks here. Meanwhile, the New York Giants, who found or seemingly found the quarterback, still managed to have a better record than they do. You see what I'm saying? I mean, a worse better draft pick than they do. So that's why I call them simps, because they won too many games that they didn't need to. The Saints are one of them. The New York Trash are one of them. The Redskins, they're simps because they don't know how to draft a quarterback and keep him healthy. And the Cincinnati Bengals don't know how to keep their quarterback on the field. And Dallas Cowboys, it's not Dak Prescott's fault. It's not Dak Prescott's fault. That's Jerry Jones' fault. You know it, and we all know it. It's his fault. Dak Prescott's doing the best he got with what he got. That atrocious defense ain't doing him no favors. No favors whatsoever. Dak is not a bad quarterback. It's just that you will never see how good he is with Jerry Jones as his GM. So those are the simps, which are the losers, the guys that get left in red, the guys that get stood up, the guys that are basically virgins, okay? They just don't get girls, all right? The top 5 picks are virgins, but they're the good virgins. They're the ones that might get invited to prom because they're at least good looking or charming. At least they're not losers. They just haven't got a girl yet. So they're top 5 picks because they're going to be ready to go come prom night. These simps are going to be wallflowers waiting for a date.
Finish him.
Then you got the haters. The haters are either scratching the playoff surface or basically are eliminated, but they can eliminate the other guys out there as well or replace each other with those guys as well. So that's what they're haters, because they're not in the wild card yet or in the playoffs yet, and they might not make the playoffs, but they're strong enough to beat some of these wild card teams and knock them out of the playoffs just for kicks, like a hater would do. So here you have the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons are dangerous because Kirk Cousins doesn't want to go down without swinging. He wants to perform for another paycheck, it seems like. So expect the very best that Kirk Cousins got left to offer in the last few games, right? With a hellacious pass rush and a good weapons, Bijan Robinson and company. Not to mention, you know who, and you know what I'm saying, Pitts. All of a sudden, Kyle Pitts, you know what I'm saying, wants to just
Got Drake May.
Megatron this shit.
Drake May,
I don't know what their schedule
Drake
looks
May.
like, but that's a team that could easily be a haters. The Minnesota Vikings are looking like haters because they're knocking 2 teams in a row. All of a sudden, Minnesota looks like they know how to play, and J.J. McCarthy looks like a franchise QB. The Indiana Colts, they look like their defense is still around. They look like maybe they can run the ball a little bit, but until Phil Rivers comes back into shape, I don't see much happening there, but they're still dangerous. Then you got the Kansas City Chiefs. Pat Mahomes is gone, and that's the reality. He won't be back anytime soon. But don't you think Gardner Minshew and Andy Reid led Kansas City Chiefs are just going to roll over and play dead? They have pride. This is a 3-time champion, and they're very dangerous, especially because they have a home game left. Then you have the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins are basically eliminated. They just they're basically playing for pride now and for the coach to have on his resume before he gets hired as an offensive coordinator somewhere. Then you got the Carolina Panthers, who are still alive in the NFC South, and my Baltimore Ravens, who are still alive in the AFC North. Now, the Baltimore Ravens are not worthy of the playoff to me, in my view. But they are one of those teams that you could tell if you look at their roster and their experience and the coach and the quarterback, this is not a team to take lightly. So we have the Patriots, then we have Green Bay, and then we have the Steelers. If we go to the playoffs, we flat out earn it. But watch out New England, watch out Green Bay, watch out Pittsburgh, because these guys can literally knock you off your seating. Then you have the wild card teams, the teams that are basically almost guaranteed to make the playoffs. You have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Those are them and the Steelers are the only ones that are question marks because they can easily lose the division. Fuck the wild card. True. Then you got the Chicago Bears, who are going to make the playoffs. We just don't know what seeding they're going to be in. It's clear that the Chargers are going to make the playoffs. We don't know what seeding they're going to end up at. And it's clear that the Green Bay Packers are in danger to miss the playoffs too. They can still lose 2 more games and completely miss the playoffs and get replaced by somebody else. They've got to be careful. And that's why my Ravens are the biggest haters outside of maybe Kansas City and Minnesota, because they're the ones that have been winning lately. Did Atlanta win last week? Or did they lose? Yeah, no, they won. They won. So Atlanta, Minnesota, and the Ravens are on a win streak right now. So we'll see. We'll see. But let's get to the power ranking, shall we? Here's your Week 16 power ranking.
Give me a hell yeah!
I got the Jaguars because Trevor Lawrence has been I know he's been playing against tomato cans, but he's been playing really well. The defense is playing really well lately as well. So I have them as one of those teams that are going into the playoffs and probably scare a team or two. At 9, I got the San Francisco 49ers. All because, to me, Kyle Shanahan, you got Purdy there. There's a nucleus there that, you know, they play together, they got chemistry together, and that always works in favor of having a good team, having that on a good team. Then I have at 7 at 8 the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers, to me, they did lose. They did lose Michael Parsons, but I think they're still formidable. I think they're a team that could scare somebody here in these playoffs if Jordan Love shows up, not Bronny Love. At 7, I have the Seahawks. The Seahawks just had a very surprising win, and also they've convinced me to be a team. You know, even though I'm not trusting the quarterback right now. I don't see him being consistent enough. I do like them as a team. At 6, I have the Texans. The Texans are creeping up there. C.J. Stroud's starting to do his thing, and it's good to see that he's finally starting to get something going with that offense. Look like we said, him having a new offensive coordinator, you know, it took some time, and it looks like now they're starting to get it going. Love their defense. Obviously, I say that we've both been saying how they're a Super Bowl ready defense. That hasn't changed. At 5, I have the Denver Broncos because they do have a Super Bowl ready defense, but they have a quarterback who's also playing at a high level in the past 3 to 4 weeks. So if he continues that on, this is a team to be reckoned with. This is a team to watch out for in the playoffs, for real, for real. Then at 4, I have the Patriots. The Patriots, to me, they did fall off a little bit there in favor of the Bills, but it's because Drake May needs to play better.
That's a fall. That's falling off.
Hmm?
That's fall off to you.
I'm not gonna take them all the way down. There's no way I'm taking them all the way down. They lost one game. They have one mess up. I still have the Rams up there, and
but that's a fall off to you, dropping them from 1 to 4.
I
Like
mean,
you dropped them to 8 or something.
I mean, they were 3, so.
Oh, come on.
They lost to the Bills. I got dropped. I just dropped them off a spot.
I dropped them off more.
Anyways, the Patriots there. Drake May needs to play more consistent when it comes to high level play. The defense is still pretty good, but it does have its flaws, and I think also, you know, inexperience. So I've dropped them over Josh Allen because Josh Allen is playing like Josh Allen, and it's good to see him playing like that. It seems like, I don't know, ever since somebody brought up how this is Josh Allen's year to win it, because none of, like, Mahomes, you see how Mahomes is kind of falling off there with him having that injury as well. It almost seems like it's in his favor to win the AFC. So shout out to him. Shout out to the team.
Fuck the Buffalo Bills. Stop giving them credit.
They deserve that spot. At 2, the Rams. But the Rams, to me, I almost have to drop them later in my next week in my rankings. This week, they stay there for now because I didn't think that this was gonna happen in this game. I just did not expect this to happen. It was like a complete collapse. But I can't get mad because the Eagles have done it before too. It's just that the Rams have done it more, and their defense to me is just it's pretty bad to watch. It's pretty bad to watch. The secondary to me is non-existent. The safeties don't look like they know what they're doing out there, and because McShay is a offensive coach, I'm not expecting him to have that defense going. So whoever the defensive coordinator is, get that shit together. At 2, at 1, I have the Eagles. The Eagles took care of business last week. They didn't fuck around, so that's why they get to. Well, I mean, they're gonna stay there to me, regardless, because they're the champs, and until they lose in the playoffs, I can't take them.
All right. So that's his power rankings. Mine's a little bit different. So I base my power rankings on whether the tournament were to start today. He does it a little different. His method is what he sees going forward towards the playoffs. I'm not so patient. I prefer to just, if the tournament were to start today, how would I have him ranked? That's just the way I do it. So we're rated M for millennials, as everybody knows. Millennials know that back in the day when we played video games, there was no way to save progress. Every time you played a video game, you had to start from the very fucking beginning. Every single time. The best game of that was Mortal Kombat. So the special game was a fighting game where you could choose a fighter, work your way up the ladder, and when you beat the champion, you save Earth, you save everybody's lives and all that, blah, blah, blah. So let's get it. Mortal Kombat inspired Week 16 NFL Power Rankings, motherfucker.
Finish him.
At number 10, you have the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are proven to be one of the best defenses. They know how to take the ball away. They lead the league in interceptions. And not to mention, they are on a roll on offense right now. They can run the football pretty effectively. And ever since they got Jacoby Myers, it looks like Trevor Lawrence, Sunshine Lawrence, got his act together. You would go into Duval County in Jacksonville and deal with the nice sunny weather and expect a nice helpings of a balanced diet with aerial assault, ground game, and flat-out good defense. They seem to be well coached, so congratulations over there. Then you'll go into San Francisco. San Francisco is proven to be they're just a team that you pencil in every year in and year out, as long as they're healthy.
As long as they're healthy.
They have CMC, they have Brock Purdy, and they have Kyle Shanahan. As long as they're there in the QFL rules, they belong in the top 10. You will go into Detroit after that. They're not the great team that they used to be last year, but they're still very formidable. They're the number one offense in the league. They just middle of the pack when it comes to defense. However, if you don't have a good offense in your arsenal, they're going to get you. So congratulations to the Detroit Lions. You're still ranked high in my book. I got to move the Texans above them because C.J. Stroud and them have a ceiling higher than Jared Goff. I know that Jared Goff is a better and experienced quarterback at the moment, but I think C.J. Stroud could go more as far as the ceiling is concerned. But to mention, they have the better defense, and the QFL rules say the best head coach QB combo right now looks like it's Houston. Then I put LA up there even after tonight's loss. I had them higher, but because of tonight, I had to reshuffle. This would take so long to get started. I have the Hollywood Rams here because for some reason or another, no matter how good Matthew Stafford plays, their defense lets them down. They're a lot worse than I expected. They can't get to the quarterback if you have a good O-line. And even if you do have a bad O-line and you get to the quarterback, there's no guarantees that you're going to win the game because they just had a 15-point lead and fucking blew it. Fuck them. Then you have the New England Patriots. I dropped them from number 1 all the way down here because they have proven to me to be also inexperienced. They have an easy schedule. Remember this. I've said it before the very beginning. The Buffalo Bills, out of all the elite teams' preseason rankings, had the easiest schedule because the entire AFC East has an easy schedule. Guess who plays in the AFC East? The New England Patriots. They have a very, very favorable schedule, and it's noticeable that the teams that they played at 500 or below, they are undefeated. The only losses they have are the teams that are above 500. Next week is a team that's at exactly 500, which are the Baltimore Ravens. Let's see if that streak continues. Good luck. Then we have the Seattle Seahawks, who just beat the Hollywood Rams. Now, Sam Darnold is not that good. Sam Darnold is not playing better than the quarterbacks underneath him. But the only reason I put him there is because he came through in the clutch when they needed it to most. Let's see if that got him starting to get off of that funk. So for now, I'm going to put him there. But I actually had him where the Texans are right now. Then I have the Denver Broncos, whose other quarterback even more I don't trust than the guys down here. But you know why I put him there? Because he did his fucking job against the Green Bay punk-ass Packers. So congratulations, I put you there, motherfucker.
Cool, nigga.
But that's only this week, because next week I'm going back to the QFL rules. I put Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills there because it looks like to me they're the team to be in the AFC right now. They are. It's supposed to be New England, but New England just couldn't take care of business over there. Right now, Buffalo has bragging rights. You can't talk to me about the Pittsburgh Steelers. You can't talk to me about no other team in the AFC. Josh Allen is the best quarterback left in the playoffs right now in the AFC, bar none. That's the guy to be. And back to number one of the famous.
In this whole thing.
Yes.
He's number 1 on this whole thing.
And then the famous New England Patriots. The punk ass New England Patriots. Fuck famous. The punk ass New England Patriots had a chance to dethrone them. It looks like these guys are going to win the AFC East still. And number 1, back to reality, is the Philadelphia Eagles. They are the reigning champions. They have beaten almost every team there is to beat. They have come back and look like they've bounced back to form. They're great defensively. They're great offensively. They just have head-scratching games or halves where their offensive coordinator likes to take a shit. Why isn't he dead yet? I have no idea. And sorry, I don't mean for anybody to die, but I mean, why is his career dead? Not his life, his career. Fuck him. Someone give him a fatality and get him the fuck out of Philadelphia. All right. So here we go. We're gonna switch to the N3A right now. For those who don't know, the N3A is what I call the NBA. But before we do, we got to give you. He wanted me to rank the top 10 QBs of this fucking week. Okay, where are they at? Right here. They're the top 10 QBs up to week 16 right now, playing only this season. Okay, I have Josh Allen and Matthew Stafford as the clear 1 and 2. Then I have Drake May as number 3. I have Jared Goff at 4 and C.J. Stroud at 5, only because Goff has been more consistent than C.J. Stroud from the very beginning, okay? But lately, C.J. Stroud has been better than Goff. So, to me, those are the top 5 quarterbacks playing right now in the NFL just because of the way they've been playing, the way their teams have been winning, and all that stuff combined. Then the bottom 5. Then you have Caleb Williams, which I don't believe he's the top 10 quarterback. He ain't. It's just that Joe Burrow pissed me off because I had him in fantasy and he gave me 5 fucking points after having 40 fucking minutes. I'm not even gonna get there. Let me not get my pressure going. Then you got Lamar Jackson, who still somehow, some way, is because of his hot start. I don't know how he has still comparable touchdown to a lot of the other guys that have been playing a lot more consistent, because he got off to such a hot start and missed still four weeks, and yet he's still comparable to a lot of guys. So I have to put him there. Then you got Bo Nix, who's not playing like a top 10 quarterback, but he has the wins of a top 10 quarterback, so there's there for that. Then you got the reigning Super Bowl MVP and champion in Jalen Hurts. He belongs there. And Trevor Terrell Lawrence.
He hates this list.
I cannot stand this list. I don't like this list. You made me do it. I didn't want to because I know who the top 10 QBs are. They're just not playing like it, so I got to put them differently. All right? So, to me, those are the top 10 QBs.
Those are facts.
Just for now. Whoa, where did I put that shit? All right, now we're going to switch to the N3A. We're going to do the tiers of the N3A, okay? Here we go. We got week 9 tiers. So I have them separated by bronze, silver, and gold, just like last time. This is outside the top 10. These are the outside bottom 20, okay? Here we have the Simps. The Simps are in bronze. These are the losers. These are the guys that have no hope. They're not going to get a date. They're going to be left on red, and they're going to get stood up. They're going to bring flowers to a date that's not going to show up.
Finish him.
Here you have the Washington Wizards, who don't know how to win or build a fucking basketball team for some reason. I think they need new ownership. I think every league should have a mandate from now on. If in a 10-year window, a new owner cannot get the team consistently into the playoffs, I'm sorry, you had your chance, bro. Because the fans pay way too much money. Do you have any idea how much a fucking seat costs? I don't care if it's nosebleed or courtside.
Not yet.
Okay, but that's hard-earned money.
It still costs money. You know?
For them to be like this for the last 20 years is completely unacceptable, okay? And that's coming from a Knicks fan. I know what it's like to be irrelevant for 20 years, but even the Knicks tried harder than this. Even the Knicks at least splurged on free agents that didn't work. We gave Amari Stoudemire too much money for needs that we knew was not going to work, but at least we tried to milk it. At least we tried. Y'all, I don't know what y'all do. I have no idea what your business is, but y'all don't even try. Then you got the Indiana Pacers who do try, but right now because they're leaderless, it seems like they're a ship that's just sinking. It looks like a ship that's sinking, ready for the the draft. The Brooklyn Nets, they do try. It's not like they don't get an A for effort, but they just don't know how to build it. The Charlotte Hornets, they're not any better than when Jordan ran it. I think that's not the problem. The problem is they do try. They just don't know how to consistently do it. They have a few pieces to build
they got
around
some
with.
Talented players.
So hopefully the sky is looking clear for them come future time. Then you have the New Orleans Pelicans. It looks like they have to retool. The Zion Williamson experiment has failed. Not to mention he was shot out. He was blowing up on Twitter yesterday because he slid into Sydney Sweeney's DMs. Thinking that he could smash, talking about, hey, do you play Roblox? The fuck is wrong with him?
I smell pussy.
Is that you, Zion? That's not how you holler at a girl. That's a simp right there. That's why he belongs. He's going to be left on red. Exactly what happened. Whose man's is this? Get him out of my DM is exactly what she said. Then you got the Sacramento Kings, who knew they do try and they know how to build a basketball team. They just have failed for the last few years. The Dallas Mavericks know how to build a basketball team, but they have a GM, or had a GM, that was paid to sabotage by somebody. I have no idea who, but they've got to put that man under investigation because he sabotaged the future and the franchise of the Dallas Mavericks. And then the Clippers. They are the Washington Wizards, except always.
Finish him.
I don't know how to explain it. They're the only team I know that has been in the league for over 40 years and have no one banner on their rafters. They got a brand new shiny arena, and they got their current NBA players posters because they have no banners. All they have is retired jerseys, no banners. They have never won a division. They've never made the conference finals or even won it. They've never been to the NBA finals. Over 40 years. Then you got the haters. These are the guys that might make the playoffs, might not, but they're strong enough to knock out people off the playoff, if not replace them. You got the Portland Trailblazers, who are coachless right now because their coach is under heavy scrutiny. Probably has to go through the witness protection program because the mafia's not looking for him if he's talking, and there's no way he's not talking. Then you got the Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz have a nice squad offensively, but they have no defense to speak of, and they're leaderless. They have no coach, and they have no captain. They have no team leader. Then they have the Memphis Grizzlies. Their team leader is a bum. He's decided to be. I think he.
I know good loser like you bum.
Soon, but who's gonna want John Morant for that contract? He's stuck there, and the Grizzlies are stuck with him. The Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis at the moment are still joined at the hip, but let's see how that continues. The Chicago Bulls have come back down to earth. This is exactly what the Bulls are. They're a team that's young, exciting, but they don't know how to win. They're what the Charlotte Hornets could be if they had more leadership. And the Cavaliers, they are what the Indiana Pacers are, except not as bad. For some reason or another, they're just not what they used to be the last 2 years. It looks like that ship has sailed. It looks like they might need a new coach. Then you got the playoff teams. Then you got the Golden State Warriors, who are in and out the play-in. The Toronto Raptors, who are very high in the Eastern Conference, but you all know that they're pretenders. We'll see when the playoff comes how they fare up. The Phoenix Suns, who actually have fight, I respect them more than the Toronto Raptors, believe it or not. I respect the Atlanta Hawks. I respect the Atlanta Hawks more than the Toronto Raptors, believe it or not. I don't trust the Philadelphia 76ers. They have no size. Joel Embiid is Joel Embiid. He's going to be good when he's there, but when he's not, and that's most of the time, you can't count on him. So until they get some size in Philadelphia, they can't contend with the elites in the West or the East. Mm-hmm. And then the Miami Heat, they're elite. They're just not going to be a team to win 50 games. I've always said it. That's not a Coach Riley or Spoelstra team. They're going to win 42 to 45 games.
Gets in and bothers the fuck out of the first.
They don't care about.
Matchup.
They don't care about having home court advantage come playoff time. They know they're going to steal a few games in the road. That's just what they do. All right. So those are the playoff teams there. Let's get to your tower rank. Oh no, your power rankings. Yeah, I forgot to do your QB list. If you want to try that here.
No, it's pretty much the same. The only difference I put Aaron Rodgers just to. Because I thought for somebody that old, I thought he was playing really well. That's pretty much it.
Gotcha. So here's your Week 9 NBA power rankings.
Give me a hell yeah!
The Rockets are 10. I think the Rockets are good, but I think the problem with them is their shooting. The only thing that concerns me is
they just lost the Pelicans.
Is the fact that they can't shoot consistently. I wouldn't say they can't shoot because they have nights where they have really great games, but when they have those, they're scary as hell, but they don't have them enough. Orlando does have shooting. Orlando's defense is good, but I think the problem is just youth. It's just gonna take time for them.
They don't have a Kevin Durant. They got a Paolo Banchero, but he ain't no Kevin Durant.
Yeah, he's not there yet. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just something where it's just gonna take time. It's gonna take more time than we want it to be. Let's put it like that.
I don't think he is gonna be a Kevin Durant ever though.
No. Yeah, he'll never be Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant was already Kevin Durant at this moment in his career.
Yeah, he'll never be Kevin Durant. At 8, I got the Lakers. The Lakers fall for me because even though they have a hellacious offense, and I think when I tell you their offense is off the charts because of Luka and having a veteran like LeBron and having AR who's having a career year, it's just their defense that to me puts their halt onto anything that they clinging on to in the playoffs of winning a championship. There's no way I could see that happening with them giving up 100. I just watched tonight. Yeah, they won the game. They had to score 143 points tonight to win tonight's game.
Who do they play? I'm looking at it right now.
The Utah Jazz.
They allow the Utah Jazz to score 135 points. Unbelievable.
Yes. So
you should be ashamed of yourself, LA.
That's my problem with them. At 7, I got the Celtics, as you see there. Jaylen Brown is playing at an MVP level. If we can get these pieces to play a little more consistent, Hauser hasn't really shot the ball consistently. I feel like Peyton Pritchard really hasn't shot the ball consistently. He has had great games, but it's like been too far away from the next game over. So until then, and like my man said over here, until if Tatum comes back, then we can talk about them a little bit more. At 6, I got the Spurs. I think the Spurs are playing incredibly well. They got Wemby back. Hopefully they can learn how to distribute the ball to him more, and he can get the ball in the paint and understand that he can simplify his offense instead of being Kyrie with it. And they'll go from there. At 5, I got the Minnesota Timberwolves. Okay, before everybody takes my head off for this one, to me it's their defense. I think their defense is back. And I think them they have an identity. They know who to go to. They know who the go-to guy is. But they also know that they can go to other guys. They got Jaden McDaniels. They got Julius Randle. They got Naz Reid. They have Dante DiVincenzo. They have a lot of depth for me. So just a team with experience in the playoffs as well. A team that has beat a team like the Lakers, has beat has played Denver to the best of their ability.
They go 7 games, didn't they?
I believe so. I believe that went 7 games, and Aaron Gordon was the one who made that happen. But yeah, I think just them having that experience, I think they're one of those teams that when they get to the playoffs, watch out. At 4, I got the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks, the reason why I have them is because even though I like them, I really do like them. I think they have a lot of depth. I've yet to see Cat go to another level. And if I think that if Cat can't go to that other level where he stops, the only thing that's holding them back to me is Cat. And I mean that.
Yeah, if we didn't have a bench,
by saying
what the hell is he talking about over
this
there?
This nigga takes the dumbest fouls. I don't think I've ever seen somebody who takes he just always elbowing somebody. He's always in foul trouble. Guys, he's always in foul trouble. So if he could take that next level to where he's not taking the dumb fouls and taking the smart fouls, then I think the Knicks will take that next step. The Detroit Pistons are at 3 because the Detroit Pistons are the number 1 seed in the East. And they're playing like it defensively. And Kate Cunningham is their MVP. And honestly, we could say he is there in that MVP conversation as well.
A one-man army.
And then at 2, I have the Denver Nuggets because of their experience and because those two are balling the fuck out. Jokic and Murray, my man over here refers to them as Jafar, and they're playing at an elite level right now. At 1, obviously, the Thunder. I mean, 2 teams have stopped them all year. So.
Yeah, and we stopped the team that stopped them. All right, fuck that fucking list.
We stopped the team that stopped them.
Let's get to the NBA Tower rankings, the Mortal Kombat inspired motherfucker. At number 10, I don't know what the hell he's talking about at number 5. At number 10 are the Minnesota T-Wolves. Yeah, they're playing good now, but they haven't been playing good like that. Let's see if that continues for a long time, because I don't go by recent success.
They didn't have Ant, though.
I don't give a fuck.
When they have Ant, they're top. I'm going to let you finish.
They didn't have Ant. They only had missed Ant for about 2 weeks. They didn't play that many games. They're still only 17-10. Sorry, but it's recent success that have been playing like that. They weren't playing like that when they started the season. They had Ant Edwards. No, they are a little bit more capped. I will have to see more before I lift them up there. I got the Magic ahead of them because they play good defense and they can shoot better than the Rockets. But the Rockets have Kevin Durant and they don't, so I have the Rockets at number 8. Then I have the Celtics at 7 because they have the most experienced defense in the playoffs to me, or in the roster, other than maybe OKC. Then you have the San Antonio Spurs, who have become the elite team in the Texas region. They have supplanted what other teams that have drafted like Zion Williamson, all these guys were supposed to do, that's the team that's done it. They have built around them. They have a good bench, and they have a good coach. I'm not sure if he's as good as Popovich, but it looks like he knows what he's doing. I have the Lakers higher than you because the Lakers are balling. They just don't have a defense, so I have to keep them capped, but they are balling. I got the Detroit Pistons at number 4 because the Detroit Pistons are the number 1 seed in the East, but they're not the team to beat in the East. They have to prove that. I have the Denver Nuggets after that because the Denver Nuggets are the only team that can contend with the Oklahoma City Thunder, not to mention they're the 2nd seed right now in the whole West. I have OKC there because they lost to the Spurs in the Emirates game because they are pussy, because they didn't want to face my New York Knicks, so I have to move them down to 2. And because I don't celebrate the NBA Cup and we're not going to raise a banner, I'm going to put them on top of the power rankings, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck if Karl Anthony Towns is soft and hasn't got to another level. He is pussy. But guess what? It's a good thing when he gets in foul trouble because that means that pussy's off the floor. That's what that means. That means that fucking Jordan Clarkson and company can come in and get some fucking playing time and do some damage. At least they can fucking score at will. At least they can get to the rim at will. At least they don't go crying for fouls. And you're acting like Karl Anthony Towns needs to get to the next level. We don't have a fucking weak bench anymore. We don't have a weak bench anymore. We don't need him to go off. We have more than enough players to go off that we don't need his punk ass. Fuck him. That's why they're number 1 right now. And congratulations, they won the NBA Cup, baby. Go.
Fatality.
Let's go.
I'm not putting no OKC. I can't do that.
I got to because they're pussy. They're the ones that went over there to San Antonio and let them win.
Fatality.
Fuck them. Is that you, OKC?
You
Pussy.
can't do that.
Yes, I can.
You
Yes, I can.
Bro. You didn't do that last year.
Yes, I can.
We didn't do that last year at all.
Because they didn't do nothing pussy like that before. You lose on purpose because you don't want to face the New York Knicks? Come on now.
The Celtics were playing they were playing, just to get by.
The Knicks didn't want to win this shit, broski.
No, I'm saying the Celtics last year were playing just to get by, and we had them number 1 the whole year. The whole year, bro.
Because we know that the Celtics were lollygagging.
We can't do that, though.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. They purposely lost. They know damn well that they
They're
can.
24-2.
Bro, they were going to blow out the Spurs, and then they ended up saying, you know what? Nah, the Knicks are on a 5-game winning streak. I don't want to play them right now. We're not ready for them. Let's just lose this game so we don't have to play the New York Knicks. That's
You
what
really
happened.
believe that?
I mean, come on. How they lose to the San Antonio
You
Spurs?
really believe
How
that?
they lose to the San Antonio Spurs?
There's no
How
way.
they lose to the San Antonio Spurs?
Spurs.
With punk ass, soft ass Karl Anthony Towns. We beat the Spurs. How the hell they couldn't beat the Spurs? No.
You got a point there, but I'm not taking them down.
No.
Off of, come on, man, they got 2 losses, bro.
Someone's
And they're the champs. They're the reigning champs.
We're the reigning champs now. We're the only ones that can call champions anything
Nah,
this fucking season.
fuck
Fuck
that.
that shit. Yes, sir. Nobody can say anything about that part.
That bubble ad.
It don't matter. It says champion on it, and it says 2025, 2026. We're the only ones this season that can call ourselves any kind of champion.
That's bullshit.
That's the number 1 seed
the
now.
Lakers won the first cup, and we didn't have them no way.
But we didn't have this yet. We didn't have this up there yet. And we're not raising a banner, so I got to do it another way. Putting it at the top of the tower rankings,
Who
baby.
put a banner up last year? It was Milwaukee. We put them nowhere up there, bro. We put them nowhere up there.
Of course not. Because the other team didn't pussy out at the very last second, okay?
This guy.
How the fuck they lose to the San Antonio Spurs? Because they didn't want to face my Knicks. That's why they were pussy. They knew that we were on a 5-game winning streak, and they knew that they had no answers for Jalen fucking Brunson. We've been circling our fucking calendar to the day we face them because they beat us 2 times last year. They don't want to fucking show up against us in the Emirates Cup. Fuck them. So we had to take care of business with the San Antonio Spurs. And since we beat them, and we're the only champions of this season, I have them number 1. Fuck that shit. Let's go New York. But fuck that banner. We don't give a fuck about that shit. That's only for this week anyway. I had to do it one time. If they would have just faced us like a real man, like a real champion, in the Emirates Cup like they're supposed to do, you know damn well they shouldn't have lost to the San Antonio Spurs. That shit pissed me off. Come on, man. I wanted to see Oklahoma.
Out of everybody.
What do you want to see? Knicks, Oklahoma for the Emirates Cup, or Knicks and the Spurs for the Emirates Cup? Come on, it's not even. Come on.
nigga.
It's not even close.
Yeah,
All right.
Got a point.
All right. So after this, now we have two random top tens. You wanted me to. Denali's not here right now, and we were talking a lot of basketball. He wanted us to rank our top 10 favorite foods. So
He would love that top 10.
here are your top 10.
Give me a hell
My top
yeah.
10, a good hamburger. To me, any type of good, like as long as I like rodeo burger is pretty good. You can go a classic hamburger as well, but yeah, just hamburger. Pizza, any type of pizza maybe. I don't know if people put anything on their pizza, but I do like to put stuff on my pizza. Bacon maybe, some chicken here or there.
I'm
Then
classic.
I got
I'm just pepperoni.
pepperoni. Okay, got you. Then I got mofongo. It's a Spanish dish. It's fried plantains. You put it in a pilon, which is something that mashes it. It's basically like a mash. It's almost like a mashed potato, almost like a mashed potatoes,
But
but
with plantain.
a little bit more solid. And yeah, with plantain.
Mashed plantain.
Then you have mashed plantain, exactly. Then you have tacos, like some good tacos here and there. I got
I'm not a taco guy.
No, Chinese food. I'm going Chinese food. Sushi. You got sushi there. A good salad. Any type of like good salad I can eat. Pasta. I put Alfredo. Never go wrong with some Alfredo. And then ice cream and come on, man.
Yeah, you do like ice cream.
You
I don't dig on ice cream that much.
You
I don't
got
dig on
fried.
sweets like
You got
that.
fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
I give you
I mean,
fried chicken.
come on, bro. It don't matter if you're black or white, Asian,
Who
Arab,
doesn't? Who doesn't like it good?
Hispanic, Eskimo.
Fried
Everybody loves some fried chicken. Even animals love fried chicken. Every time there's an animal around when I'm eating fried chicken, they just looking at me. Actually, I can.
How could
look
you
them up
eat?
with some.
How could you eat your own?
So here's my top 10 here. I love French fries for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm a French fry dude. I could just snack on some French fries, and that's my little break right there. As you see, I got chicken wings in there because who doesn't love fried chicken?
I
it's a
can't believe
staple
Denali's
of-
not here, man.
Yep, Denali's the one to ask for this, but I'm sure he's gonna see it on the podcast. Then I got empanadas. Empanadas are my favorite appetizers when it comes to Hispanic food that's ever existed. Fuck tacos. I prefer empanadas. But I also got Caesar salad in there. Not just any salad. It has to be Caesar. Caesar salad, the only salads I like, and for some reason, those things are my addiction. I just can't get enough of them.
I like balsamic vinegar. You don't
Fuck,
like balsamic?
no, hell no. I don't like vinegar. That's why I don't like wine.
Gotcha.
All wine tastes like vinegar to me, red or white. The only wine I like is champagne. Then you have potato salad. I don't know if I like all potato salad, but my family's potato salad is bomb as fuck. Then let's go Mexican. Fuck tacos, but chimichangas, all this shit. For chimichangas, all this shit. And you know what? I'm craving one. There's a place right down the street called Agave Azul. They got the best white chicken chimichanga you could ever ask for.
I can't eat with a lot of sauce. That's why. It's like hot sauces and shit.
Oh, you just get the sauce on the side. You pour as much as you want.
Okay.
Then you got the salmon. You could get it teriyaki. You can get it steamed. You can get it grilled. You can get it a lot of different ways. Pan seared, pan fried, wok sauteed, you name it. Oven baked. Salmon is my favorite fish. I really dig for lasagna that much. I mean, pasta that much, but lasagna is it's like Garfield. That's to me the cream of the crop of Italian food right there. Lasagna. Then my number 2 is my favorite breakfast is the Cuatro Golpes. It's a Dominican. It's like the same shit that he had. It's mashed plantains with a little olive oil, a little butter, red onions, fried cheese, fried salami, fried egg, and avocados that was there, but you don't have to put avocado. Those are the main 4 right there. Avocados is an extra. That's my favorite breakfast of all time. My grandma used to make it to me when I used to go to DR, and god damn it, it's the greatest thing on earth. Thank the good Lord. God bless you, Grandma. I miss you.
Nigga.
Then we got my favorite dish of all time, which is pollo guisado. My mom and my family make the best pollo guisado I've ever had in my entire life, with some plantains and white rice. You just put that little drizzle of grease sauce there, and that's all you need, baby. That's all you need.
Hell yeah.
Those are my top 10 foods for Denali's rankings there. And then we have another one. We have our favorite. You asked me my favorite role of my favorite actors, okay? So here we go. At number 10, I got two. It's Brad Pitt and George Clooney. I don't. It's not that they're my favorite actors. Brad Pitt is one of my favorites. It's just that those two in Oceans and 11, 12, and 13, their on-camera chemistry. It's like they were born to play Oceans and Rusty Ryan in the series. Then you have Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow. To me, he was born to play Captain Jack Sparrow. That's why I have him there. All these guys are like that. Chadwick Boseman, to me, he was born to play the Black Panther. He did a great job at playing Jackie Robinson in a few other movies, but I think this is his absolute, what's it called? The Mona Lisa, the masterpiece. That's his Mona Lisa.
Absolutely.
Then you have Christoph Waltz. To me, he was born to play Colonel Hans Landa. You could look in the commentary yourself of Inglourious Basterds. If you've never seen the movie, catch it yourself. It's one of the. To me, it's Tarantino's masterpiece. It is his greatest movie. It's my favorite movie in Tarantino's roster, and it's one of those where he didn't think he was going to be able to make the movie because this was an unplayable part. Then he found an unknown actor that he had a lot of years of experience, could speak Austrian, German, Italian, and French fluently, and English, and is very witty, very funny. Killed the role. Then in the same movie as Chadwick Boseman, Killmonger, Michael B. Jordan. I think he was born to play Killmonger. This is the greatest villain Marvel's ever seen in a long time, and I'm talking Thanos included in here. Then I have Jim Carrey as The Mask. To me, he was born to play The Mask. Nobody could ever remake The Mask because Jim Carrey owned it. This is Jim Carrey's magnum opus. This is his Mona Lisa. To me, Remember the Titans is it's not that my favorite movie of his. It's just, to me, it's his greatest role. To me, this is his greatest role. That's Denzel Washington. He was born to play Coach Herman Boone of the Remember the Titans. He's a tough ass motherfucker, and he was dealing with race and all that stuff. He was the perfect man to coach for the job. He was a perfect man for this movie. Heath Ledger's the best Joker that ever lived. So he was born to play the Joker. R.I.P. He died playing the Joker. It was his last role. Props to him. And obviously Darth Vader. James Earl Jones, R.I.P. Your voice was meant for Darth Vader. You were born to be Darth Vader's voice. That's what that was. To me, the greatest villain of all time behind the Joker is, behind Darth Vader's the Joker, but Darth Vader to me is the greatest villain created of all time. Badass with a badass voice. To me, those are my top 10 roles of my top 10 actors.
So I didn't make one of these, but Heath Ledger definitely Joker is one of mine. But I have Denzel Washington, Training Day. Training Day to me, that movie was just the improv too, because some of that stuff he improv that was incredible to me. And just to name off a couple others, Leonardo DiCaprio, I thought in Wolf of Wall Street was one of my favorites of his. Who else? I got Will Smith, I Am Legend. I thought he killed that shit. That was an amazing role. Maybe not his best role, but to me, that was one of the roles that I think it was because it was so difficult, the fact that he had to do it by himself. And then I'll agree with you with Brad Pitt and George Clooney, those two in that movie.
You swear they're best friends in real life.
Yeah, really.
And they're not. They're really not. I mean, they're not enemies.
And I
they're
gotta
cool.
agree with you on The Mask too. The Mask, Jim Carrey, Jesus. I think anything animated that Jim Carrey's done.
There's no CGI in that except
This
for
guy-
the spinning shit. All that other shit, his jaw moving, all that was him.
My bad, not animated. Just he's animated.
Yeah.
He
is a cartoon.
He is a cartoon.
He
That's
is a
what
cartoon.
He is. It's insane. So yeah.
Yep.
Chadwick Brunswick. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Well, that was our top 10 Thursday, everybody. We're going to be back on Saturday to give you the players under pressure. We're going to give you our picks and predictions where I'll take my 118 to 59 versus the spread record, baby. Let's fucking go. 118 to 59. That's my record against the spread so far this season, excluding week fucking 1. That's crazy. That is crazy. I didn't know I was this good. All right, y'all. We'll see you on Saturday. Please feel free to subscribe. You leave a like, comment, give us your top 10 power rankings in the NBA and the NFL. Give us your takes on the on your top 10 foods. Give us your top 10 rolls, and give us any debate topics that you want to see. Anything that we said that you completely disagree, here the comments and let us know. Till Saturday, motherfuckers, be safe and take care.